Today, we're plunging into a concept that is, well, universally present in every single one of our lives, regardless of who you are, what you do, or where you're from. It's the ultimate equalizer, and often our greatest challenge. Time. It's the one thing we all have, yet so many of us struggle, immensely to manage it effectively.
That's so true. And this deep dive, it's far more than just about scheduling your calendar or setting reminders. Our mission today is really to help you fundamentally grasp why time is arguably the most valuable resource you possess.
Right.
We're going to extract some crucial insights from the material we've gathered, helping you understand just how easily it slips away from us, and maybe most importantly, equip you with actionable strategies. Strategies to not just reclaim it, but to truly maximize its potential.
Exactly. Think of this as your shortcut to being well-informed, but without feeling overwhelmed by a mountain of productivity books. We're going to unpack why time is truly invaluable.
Yeah.
Pinpoint those insidious common traps that silently steal your precious moments, and then explore a whole toolkit of practical strategies and daily habits to make every single minute count.
And it's not just about efficiency, is it?
No, not at all. It's about making your entire life richer, more purposeful, and, profoundly more aligned with your deepest aspirations.
Our aim really is for you to gain clear, immediately applicable knowledge with those genuine aha moments. Things you can literally apply the moment you stop listening.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. You'll walk away with a deeper understanding of the profound impact of how you choose to spend your hours and minutes, maybe transforming your relationship with time itself.
So, because time is indeed ticking, let's not waste a second. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Okay, so to kick us off, let's explore this foundational question. Why is time so incredibly valuable? I mean, on the surface, it seems obvious, but what truly distinguishes it from everything else we value?
Well, what's truly illuminating here is the core concept that time is a finite and irreversible resource. That's the key. It's unlike almost anything else we deal with in life.
Irreversible, yeah.
Consider this. You can lose money, right? And with hard work, smart investments, maybe a bit of luck, you can often earn it back. But when you lose time, whether it's 5 minutes scrolling or 5 years procrastinating on a dream, it's gone. Just gone forever.
Yeah.
And this reality, it raises a profound question that, honestly, we rarely confront head on. If it's truly irreplaceable, why do we often treat it so casually? Why do we let it slip through our fingers without a second thought?
That's a tough question.
It is. The source material really hammers home this irreversible nature of time. Every single day, each one of us receives a non-negotiable 24 hours, no more, no less.
All right, that fixed budget.
Exactly. It's a universal constant, a fixed daily budget. And once a day is gone, once an hour has passed, it's gone forever. You can't buy more time. You can't rewind time. There are no refunds, no do-overs.
No second chances on that specific hour.
None. And this fundamental truth is why the powerful statement, time is life, resonates so deeply. If you waste time, you are, by extension, wasting your life. Your potential for growth, for experience, for connection, for achievement. It connects your very existence and your ability to fulfill your potential directly to how you choose to utilize those precious hours.
That concept, time is life, it really does make you pause and reflect on your daily choices, doesn't it? It's not just some abstract philosophical idea. There are very real, tangible costs to wasting even small amounts of minutes.
Absolutely.
And this is where it gets really impactful, I think. The source provides a stark example. If you waste just 30 minutes a day, which sounds incredibly small, almost insignificant, right?
Yeah, half an hour. What's that?
Exactly. But that accumulates to over 15 hours in one single month. Just think about that for a moment. 15 hours.
That's almost 2 full working days.
Imagine what you could genuinely achieve with those 15 hours. You could easily finish an entire book you've been meaning to read, or diligently learn, say, 100 new English words. Or perhaps dedicate that time to practicing speaking English with a newfound confidence that truly transforms your ability. This helps you realize the staggering opportunity cost of those seemingly insignificant, seemingly harmless, wasted moments. It's not just 30 minutes disappearing. It's what you could have done with those 30 minutes.
The potential loss.
Yeah, the personal growth, the skill acquisition, the progress toward your dreams that truly matters.
Indeed. And if we place this in a broader context, it highlights how successful individuals often approach this unique resource. They don't just treat time like money, as the source suggests. They often view it as more important than money.
More important. Interesting.
Why? Because money, as we discussed, is cyclical. It comes and goes. You can lose it, gain it back. But time only goes. It moves in one direction, irrevocably forward.
Only forward.
This perspective encourages us to view our time as invaluable capital, a vital asset to be allocated wisely and intentionally, especially towards personal goals like learning, self-improvement, building a better future. Every minute becomes a potential investment.
An investment. I like that framing.
Yeah, and every hour is a step closer to realizing your dream, making your life richer and more fulfilling.
It's such a powerful reminder that there isn't some perfect, ideal time waiting for you in the distant future to start pursuing your goals. The source makes it incredibly clear. Don't wait. Don't say, I'll do it tomorrow. Start today.
Right now.
That immediacy, that embrace of the present moment is absolutely key. It's about seizing the current opportunity for growth, recognizing that the best time to begin is always right now.
Precisely. It transforms the often abstract idea of time into something actionable, urgent, and deeply personal. It's about overcoming that psychological resistance to starting and instead just building momentum.
Okay, so now that we've truly grasped just how incredibly vital time is, let's talk about the insidious, sneaky ways we often waste it without even realizing we're doing it.
The time thieves.
Exactly. These are the habits that silently chip away at our days, often disguised as relaxation or necessary downtime.
And when we place this into a broader context, recognizing these patterns is the absolutely crucial first step toward reclaiming control over your life and your precious schedule.
Definitely the first step.
And let's be honest, many of us, if not all of us, have fallen into some of these traps. The key isn't self-judgment, I think. It's more about self-awareness and a willingness to change. So first up, let's tackle digital distractions, often referred to as the 5 minutes trap.
Oh yeah, the classic.
It's something almost everyone can relate to in our hyper-connected world. We open our phones thinking we'll just check something quickly, maybe scroll through social media for just 5 minutes on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts.
Just a quick peek.
But the fascinating thing here, as the source implies, is how these platforms are designed. They use principles like variable rewards, infinite scroll. They create this addictive loop that exploits our natural curiosity and desire for novelty.
Right, they hook you in.
They really do. And before you know it, an hour has passed. You look up, kind of disoriented, and that initial 5 minutes turned into 60, and you find yourself asking,
What did I even do with that hour?
That feeling is so incredibly relatable, isn't it? You feel that segment of your day just disappear into a void, with nothing tangible, nothing meaningful to show for it.
Exactly. It's an insidious trap precisely because it often begins with such a small, innocent intention. But here's the critical nuance, which the source wisely points out. The phone itself isn't inherently bad. It's how you use it that makes all the difference.
Right. The tool versus the use.
Precisely. You can just as easily use your phone for deep learning, for example, by watching an English podcast like this one, or using language learning apps. You can transform a potential time waster into a powerful tool for growth. It's all about intentionality.
Okay, intentionality. Got it. What's next on the list of time thieves?
Absolutely. Moving on, another common time thief is passive consumption, specifically watching too many random videos or TV shows, especially those in your own native language. The endless binge watch.
Right. Well, there's nothing inherently wrong with entertainment in moderation. The wastefulness truly comes into play when this consumption consistently doesn't contribute to your personal goals or provide genuine relaxation and rejuvenation.
It just fills time.
Exactly. And this prompts an important question. If your overarching goal is to learn English, why not consciously shift even just 15 minutes of that daily passive consumption to something in English?
That's a smart swap.
It really is. It's not a waste, it's deliberate, immersive practice. It helps your ears adapt to the nuances of the language, expands your vocabulary, reinforces your learning goals. It effectively transforms passive leisure time into active, productive skill-building time.
And then there's the behemoth, the one that probably haunts most of us in some form. The procrastination paradox.
Oh, procrastination, our old friend.
Right. This means delaying things, obviously. You have a task you know is important, something that would genuinely move you forward, let's say starting your English studies or preparing for an important meeting. But you tell yourself, I'll do it later.
The classic line.
And then later becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow so often, unfortunately, becomes never.
The road to never is paved with tomorrows.
Exactly. So what does this insidious pattern truly mean for us? It means we frequently wait for the perfect time to begin something meaningful. We convince ourselves, I'll start my English studies when I have more free time, or I'll finally organize my finances when I feel more motivated.
That elusive perfect time.
But the source emphasizes very clearly that the perfect time is now. If you constantly wait for that elusive perfect moment, that burst of motivation, that gap in your schedule, that feeling of absolute readiness, you'll end up wasting countless days, perhaps even years, never truly beginning what you intend to do.
Yeah.
The psychological barrier here is often the fear of the unknown, or maybe the perceived difficulty of the task, making us prefer the comfort of delay.
That's a crucial point. And closely related to procrastination is the trap of overthinking, often called analysis paralysis.
Ah, yes. Thinking too much.
Right. This is where individuals spend an excessive amount of time thinking, planning, analyzing every possible scenario, worrying about potential outcomes, instead of simply taking decisive action.
Getting stuck in your head.
Completely. And what's truly compelling here is the internal barrier this creates. Often, it's the deep-seated fear of making a mistake, or the pursuit of unattainable perfection.
Yeah, the fear of messing up.
For instance, you might think, what if I make a mistake when I speak English in front of someone? And because of that fear, that internal analysis, you end up saying nothing at all, missing a valuable learning opportunity.
Right, you freeze.
You do. The source powerfully reminds us that mistakes are not just okay, they are an essential part of the learning process. We learn and grow by doing, by experimenting, by failing forward, not by endlessly waiting for a flawless opportunity.
So stop thinking, start doing.
Basically, yes. It encourages us to stop thinking too much and just start doing, even if it feels imperfect. We can also add, doing things that don't directly help your goals to this list of time-wasting habits. This isn't about being lazy necessarily, it's about being busy, but not truly productive in the context of your aspirations.
Busy work, essentially.
Yeah, getting caught up in tasks that feel urgent but aren't important, or maybe they're just irrelevant to where you want to go. This highlights the importance of the concept of saying no.
Oh, that's a hard one for many people.
It really is. Saying no to requests, activities, or even internal impulses that don't align with your core objectives. So to quickly summarize these common time-wasting habits, we have excessive social media scrolling,
Check.
passive consumption of unhelpful content,
Check. Problem.
chronic procrastination,
Uh-huh.
debilitating overthinking,
Yep.
and engaging in activities that don't serve your actual goals.
That's an incredibly clear and perhaps slightly uncomfortable list for many of us listening.
Yeah, it can be confronting.
But the good news, as the source points out, is that we all fall into at least one of these traps sometimes, maybe
Yeah.
multiple. But the moment you become truly aware of them, you gain the power to change them.
Exactly. That's the first step towards transformation.
Right.
Precisely. The first step, and arguably the most powerful one, is simply being aware of where your time is actually going. When you shine a light on how you're inadvertently wasting time, you immediately gain the power to start using your time more wisely and intentionally.
Awareness is key.
It really is. It encourages you to honestly reflect. Where does my time truly go each day? What am I doing that isn't serving my long-term aspirations? And crucially, what can I stop doing and what can I start doing that will genuinely move me closer to the life and goals I envision? This deep self-awareness is the absolute catalyst for real sustainable change.
Welcome back. So far, we've talked about how incredibly precious time is, and then we identified the common, often sneaky ways we might unintentionally let it slip away, those hidden thieves of time. Now, the crucial question is, how do you actually know if you're caught in this pattern of time waste? What are the practical, real-world signs you should keenly look out for in your own life?
Yeah, this section raises an important question for you, our listener. Are you experiencing what we sometimes call feeling time poor? Constantly battling the clock, feeling a persistent sense of urgency, always feeling like you're running out of time, even when you're busy.
The time poor feeling. Yeah.
Understanding these subtle signs is absolutely crucial for self-correction. It's like a warning light flashing on your personal time compass, letting you know you might be drifting significantly off course from your intended destination.
Okay, so what's the first warning light?
One of the clearest indicators, as highlighted in the source material, is that nagging, frustrating feeling where you say things like, "Where did my entire day go?" Or, "I was busy all day, I was moving, I was doing things, but I didn't accomplish anything truly important."
The busy but nothing done syndrome.
Exactly. You were active, yes, perhaps moving from one small, low-impact task to another, answering emails, doing chores, handling minor requests. But were you truly productive in terms of what matters most to your long-term goals and your personal growth? This discrepancy between activity and accomplishment is a real telltale sign.
That's such a critical distinction to unpack, isn't it? It's the profound difference between merely being active, which can often feel exhausting in itself, and truly being productive.
Right.
You might be ticking off minor items on a list, handling superficial demands, but are they genuinely helping your bigger goals? Are they moving the needle on what's truly significant to you? That busy but unproductive feeling isn't just a mild annoyance. It's a massive glaring red flag that your time isn't being invested wisely.
Another significant sign that you might be struggling with time waste is the pervasive energy drain and the emotional cost.
The feelings.
Yes. Wasting time often manifests as feeling chronically tired and unmotivated, even when you haven't accomplished much of significance. This then leads to a deeper, more painful emotional impact. You might feel a pervasive sense of boredom or a self-critical feeling of laziness, or perhaps most painfully profound guilt.
That guilt can be heavy.
It really can. You hear that internal voice loud and clear saying, "I should have studied English today, I had the time, I even thought about it, but you didn't." This implies a growing sense of regret building up, a profound sense of lost opportunity, which over time can be incredibly demoralizing and lead to a vicious cycle of inaction.
Yeah, that cycle sounds familiar. Regret feeding inaction, feeding regret.
Precisely. And this connects directly to the idea of regretting how you've spent your time later in life. Nobody wants that.
No, definitely not. And that often leads directly to that hollow, empty feeling, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You spent hours scrolling mindlessly on your phone or binging random TV shows, and afterward, instead of feeling refreshed, energized, or genuinely fulfilled, you just feel empty.
Yeah, like a sugar crash for your soul.
Yeah, exactly. Like something crucial is missing from your day, a sense of meaning or accomplishment.
Exactly. What's truly compelling here is this profound lack of fulfillment that stems from time poorly spent. If you don't feel genuinely happy, proud, or a sense of tangible progress from how you spent your time, if there's no sense of accomplishment or direct contribution to your personal growth and long-term vision, it's a strong, undeniable signal that that time was likely not used effectively. It serves as a powerful barometer of your personal satisfaction with your time allocation.
A barometer. Good way to put it.
So, to quickly summarize the key indicators you might be wasting precious time. You consistently feel like the day passed too fast, yet you were busy but didn't accomplish anything important.
Okay.
You experience chronic tiredness, laziness, or pervasive guilt about how you spent your hours.
Right.
You find yourself wasting hours on things that don't genuinely help you or your goals. And ultimately, you don't feel a sense of pride or fulfillment from how your time was spent.
Those are incredibly powerful and identifiable indicators. But here's the most important, empowering part. If you notice any of these signs in your life, if you recognize these patterns in your own day, don't despair.
No, absolutely not.
The source reassures us emphatically. It's absolutely not too late to change. This isn't a judgment. It's an invitation to shift.
Absolutely. Recognizing these signs isn't a problem. It's a profound opportunity for transformation. Once you see these indicators clearly, you immediately gain the power and clarity to make better, more conscious choices about how you invest your time moving forward.
So awareness is the first step to regaining control.
Undeniably. This awareness is the absolute first step towards reclaiming your most valuable asset and building a life you actually feel proud of.
Welcome back. This is where the rubber truly meets the road.
Yeah.
In the last part, we precisely identified the signs that you might be wasting time, those clear indicators that you're drifting off course.
Right, the warning signs.
Exactly. Now, it's time to equip you with some powerful, practical, and highly actionable tips to start using your time wisely. This is genuinely where your life can begin to change, where you'll feel more in control, and yes, where your English skills can truly accelerate.
Yeah, this is the what to do about it part. And when we connect these strategies to the bigger picture, it becomes clear that these aren't just isolated tips. They are the fundamental building blocks for moving from a state of feeling time poor, constantly feeling like you're running out of time, always playing catch up, to becoming profoundly time rich.
Time rich, I like that.
It means having genuine control and agency over your schedule, intentionally directing your energy and focus towards what truly matters most to you, and aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision.
Okay, let's dive into these practical, impactful strategies.
Yeah.
Tip number 1, setting clear, purposeful goals.
So important.
The source explains why this is so fundamentally crucial. If you don't know precisely what you want to achieve, If you lack a clear destination, you'll inevitably drift, wasting time on random activities that don't move you forward. A goal provides a crystal clear reason to use your time well.
That's right. A well-defined goal gives direction and profound meaning to your daily efforts. For instance, instead of just vaguely wanting to improve English, clear, actionable, and measurable examples would be learn 10 English words a day by reviewing flashcards.
Specific.
Or speak for 5 minutes in English with a native speaker every morning. Or complete one English reading comprehension exercise each evening. These specific time-bound objectives create a clear, tangible target for your time investment.
Makes it real.
Exactly. Makes every minute feel purposeful. And this ties directly into the importance of setting long-term goals as a roadmap we mentioned earlier.
That's a powerful point to unpack. Having these clear, specific objectives isn't just a bureaucratic exercise. It provides an indispensable roadmap for your daily journey. Without one, you're simply wandering. This roadmap makes your time infinitely more meaningful, helping you instinctively prioritize activities that genuinely add value to your life and propel you towards your aspirations, rather than just mindlessly filling your schedule with busy work that leads nowhere. It's about intentionality over activity.
Okay, tip number 2 is about crafting a simple daily plan. And the absolute key here, as the source emphasizes, is simplicity, not complexity.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. You don't need a massive, convoluted schedule mapped out to the minute. Just write down 2 or 3 truly important things you absolutely intend to accomplish for the day. These are your non-negotiables.
The big rocks first.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
The tasks that will move your most important goals forward.
Exactly. For example, your simple focus plan for the day could be listen to an English podcast for 30 minutes, practice speaking English for 10 minutes with an online tutor or language partner, and read a short English story for leisure.
Totally doable.
And here's the often underestimated best part. When you finish one of those important tasks, you get that small but powerful psychological win of checking it off your list.
Ah, the satisfaction.
Right. That feeling of accomplishment is incredibly reinforcing and helps build momentum for the next task.
Tip number 3 is the transformative power of first things first, which is essentially prioritization in action.
Doing the important stuff early.
Precisely. A common, highly detrimental mistake many people make is waiting until the end of the day to tackle their most important work, their highest value tasks. By then, they're typically tired, their willpower is depleted, their energy is low.
Yeah, the couch looks really inviting then.
Exactly. And inevitably, they end up skipping it altogether, falling prey to the temptation of easier, less impactful activities. The proven solution, highlighted in the sources, is to identify your most important work and do it first.
Get it done.
Early in the day, when your energy and focus are at their peak, this simple shift ensures those valuable, goal-propelling tasks actually get done and aren't pushed aside by less important demands or the fatigue of the day.
Makes total sense. Okay, tip number 4.
Mastering distraction control.
Ooh, a big one.
A monumental one, especially in our hyper-connected digital age. Direct, immediate actions include physically putting your phone away when you're working or studying, like out of sight, out of mind.
Or at least on silent airplane mode.
Definitely. And critically, turning off all those incessant social media notifications and email alerts that constantly pull your attention away. It's like a tiny addictive siren song that constantly breaks your focus.
Those dings and buzzes.
They kill concentration. And for a more structured, effective approach, the source specifically highlights a powerful technique, the Pomodoro technique.
Ah, the tomato timer.
That's the one. This involves setting a timer for 25 minutes of highly focused, uninterrupted work on a single task, followed by a mandatory 5-minute break. Then you repeat the cycle.
Simple but effective.
Very. The benefits are significant and well documented. It dramatically helps you stay focused by breaking large tasks into manageable sprints. You get more done in less time by working with intense bursts of concentration. And it significantly improves both your overall productivity and efficiency by minimizing context switching, which is a major time waster. It's almost like training your attention span.
Building that focus muscle. What's tip 5?
And finally, tip number 5, harvesting micro-moments.
Micro-moments.
Intriguing.
This is about identifying those little moments in your day, those seemingly dead times, where time is often wasted without you even realizing it. Think about waiting for a bus, standing in a long line at the grocery store.
Commuting.
Yeah, commuting on public transport, or even those few minutes while you're cooking dinner and waiting for water to boil. Those little gaps.
Okay, so find the gaps. Then what?
The ingenious strategy here is to actively use these small, often overlooked moments for growth and productivity rather than letting them dissolve into aimless distraction like scrolling.
Right. Be intentional. Exactly. For example, instead of mindlessly scrolling during those 5 minutes in line, you could be listening to a short English podcast, reviewing a few vocabulary words on a flashcard app, or quickly brainstorming ideas for a project.
Use the time, don't just kill it.
Precisely. And the compounding effect of this habit is truly remarkable. Just 5 minutes here and 10 minutes there can quickly add up to hours of focused learning, skill development, or goal progression each week. It transforms what was once dead time into highly productive, purposeful time.
That's brilliant. Okay, so let's quickly summarize these 5 powerful, practical tips for using your time wisely. 1, set clear, purposeful goals that act as your compass. 2, craft a simple daily plan with just 2 or 3 high-impact tasks.
Keep it simple.
3, prioritize by doing your most important work first.
First things first.
4, consciously master your distraction control, especially in the digital realm.
Put the phone away.
And 5, intelligently harvest those often overlooked micro moments for growth.
Use the gaps. These tips are simple in concept, yes, but they are incredibly powerful in their application. The true beauty of them is that anyone can begin implementing them immediately, right after this deep dive, even if you currently feel overwhelmingly busy.
No excuses then.
Pretty much. As the source powerfully emphasizes, you don't necessarily need more time to achieve your aspirations. You just need to learn to use the time you already have better.
Use it better.
And when you commit to doing that, you will undeniably see real, tangible progress, feel more confident, and your English, or whatever your goal is, will improve faster than you thought possible.
Welcome back, everyone. We've already covered some incredibly practical tips for reclaiming your time. Building on those, let's now talk about some simple yet profoundly effective daily habits.
Oh, the habits.
Yes, the habits. That can not only save you time in the short term, but more importantly, create truly big results over time by becoming automatic parts of your routine. These are the foundations of a truly time-rich life.
And what's truly fascinating here is how the deliberate building of positive habits can dramatically save time in the long run. By creating established routines, you minimize something called decision fatigue.
Oh yeah, I hate decision fatigue.
Right. That mental exhaustion that comes from constantly having to decide what to do next. When you don't have to consciously choose every single action, you free up immense mental energy and precious time.
Makes sense. Automate the good stuff.
Exactly. These habits are essentially the scaffolding that helps you sustain that crucial move towards becoming time-rich, where you're not just managing your schedule, but truly controlling and directing your time towards your highest values.
Okay, habit number 1.
The early start advantage.
Getting up early. Does it have to be super early?
No, not necessarily. This doesn't mean you need to force yourself to wake up at 4 a.m. if you're inherently not a morning person. Even just 15 or 30 minutes earlier than your usual time can provide a remarkably calm, focused, and intentional start to your day.
Okay, 15, 30 minutes. That's more manageable. What do you do with it?
Exactly. You can use that quiet, uninterrupted time for something genuinely productive and personally enriching before the day inevitably gets busy and pulls you in a million different directions with its demands.
Like what?
That could be strategically planning your day's top priorities, engaging in some light stretching or mindfulness exercises, or, as the source powerfully suggests, dedicating those extra minutes to focused English study.
Get the study in early.
Yeah. It sets a positive, intentional, and proactive tone for the rest of your hours, allowing you to start from a position of control rather than reactivity.
Starting ahead instead of behind. I like it. Habit number 2.
The daily to-do list ritual.
We mentioned planning, but this is a daily ritual.
Yes. Every single morning, make it a non-negotiable ritual to write down just 3 to 5 important things you want to accomplish for that day. Keep it concise, keep it focused, just the key things.
So what does this seemingly simple ritual actually mean for us beyond just having a list?
Well, it profoundly helps you stay organized, obviously. But more importantly, it eliminates that frustrating and time-wasting mental loop of thinking, what should I do now?
Right, the blank stare at the screen.
Exactly. Which, as we discussed, is a classic source of procrastination and analysis paralysis. Having a clear, concise list immediately focuses your energy and attention on what truly matters, allowing you to dive into productive work without hesitation.
Less friction to get started. Okay, habit 3.
Habit number 3 is the profound power of preparing the night before.
Ooh, setting up future you for success.
Precisely. This is such a deceptively simple yet profoundly effective habit that can drastically impact your mornings. Practical examples include choosing your clothes for the next day, packing your bag for work or school.
Making lunch.
Yeah, even quickly planning your meals or making your lunch in advance, the benefits are multifold. It saves precious time and mental energy in the morning by eliminating unnecessary decisions, significantly reduces pre-work or preschool stress.
Less morning chaos.
Definitely. And it sets you up for a much smoother, less chaotic, and more intentional start to your day.
Makes sense. And habit number 4.
And habit number 4 is a colossal one, particularly relevant in our modern world. The myth of multitasking debunked.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
The productivity lie.
Pretty much, yeah. Many of us, often driven by a desire to be more efficient, mistakenly believe we're being productive when we're juggling multiple tasks at once, checking emails while on a call, or trying to study while watching TV.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
We all are. But the source directly and unequivocally addresses how multitasking can, paradoxically, actually lead to wasted time and reduced quality of work.
So it actually costs time.
This raises a truly important question. Why does focusing on just one thing at a time actually improve productivity and efficiency, even if it feels slower or less productive at first?
Yeah, why is that?
It comes down to something known as attention residue.
Yeah.
When you switch between tasks, a fragment of your attention remains with the previous task, reducing your cognitive capacity for the new one.
Your brain is still partly on the old task.
Exactly. So when you dedicate your full, undivided attention to a single task, you finish it not only faster, but also to a much higher quality with fewer errors. You're not constantly context switching, which drains mental energy and introduces significant delays.
So focus is faster, even if it feels slower.
It's a counterintuitive truth, but yes. By embracing single tasking, you actually save time and produce better results in the long run.
Mind blown. Okay, let's quickly review these 4 powerful daily habits that can truly help you build a time-rich life. 1, wake up a little earlier to gain a calm, focused head start.
Just 15 minutes can help.
2, make a short, focused to-do list every single morning.
Know your priorities.
3, prepare things the night before to smooth out your mornings.
Less morning stress.
And 4, actively avoid multitasking. Focus on one thing at a time for deeper, faster results.
Single tasking for the win. These habits might seem like small, incremental changes, but I really urge you to try them.
Just pick one to start.
Yeah, maybe just pick one. You will quickly see a monumental shift in how much you can accomplish, how much more in control you feel, and how your overall sense of well-being improves. Remember, small, consistent changes every single day accumulate into truly big, life-altering results over time, building a sustained, truly time-rich life.
It's one thing to talk about these profound ideas, and we've covered so many impactful ones today. But it's another thing entirely to see them in action, right? To witness the tangible results in real lives.
Oh, definitely. Stories make it real.
Exactly. We've got some powerful, inspiring, real-life examples from the sources of people who genuinely learned to stop wasting time and start using it wisely. These stories, maybe more than any list of tips, can teach us about the profound human capacity for change and growth.
And when we connect these personal transformations to the bigger picture, these stories highlight an incredibly empowering truth. Anyone, regardless of their current circumstances or past habits, can make this profound shift. Anyone, from feeling time poor to becoming time rich, simply by making conscious choices and diligently building new habits. They vividly illustrate the incredible power of putting these principles into consistent practice, no matter how daunting or difficult it might seem at first.
Okay, let's hear them. Let's start with Ollie's breakthrough.
Right, Ollie. He's 20 years old, and like many young people, he had a big, ambitious goal. He desperately wanted to speak English fluently to open up new opportunities.
A common goal?
Very. But for many, many months, he kept falling into the classic procrastination trap, always telling himself, I'll start tomorrow. Meanwhile, he found himself spending hours each day aimlessly scrolling on social media and getting lost in video games.
Sounds familiar for a lot of people, thinking they're relaxing.
Exactly. Ollie genuinely believed he was relaxing, that he was unwinding after a long day, but in reality, what he was doing was inadvertently delaying his deepest dream, pushing it further and further away, creating a growing sense of regret. Then one day, a catalyst arrived. Ollie watched a video that carried a simple yet profoundly resonant message. Your time is your life. Don't waste it. That single powerful idea served as his wake-up call.
A light bulb moment.
It really was. It ignited a spark of change within him.
And here's the beautiful part, I think. That change didn't happen overnight, did it? Nor did it require some massive, overwhelming, immediate effort.
No, not at all.
The source tells us he started incredibly small, just 10 minutes of focused English practice each day.
10 minutes, that's it.
It was a tiny, manageable step, but what made the difference was his unwavering consistency. He showed up every day. The truly inspiring result. 1 year later, Ali speaks English with remarkable confidence, using it in his daily life and pursuing new opportunities.
Wow, from 10 minutes a day.
The lesson is crystal clear. He stopped wasting time, he embraced the immediacy of now, and he used his time wisely, step by consistent step.
That consistency is key. Okay, our next inspiring story is about Maria, a young mother who also harbored a strong desire to learn English.
But feeling overwhelmed.
Exactly. Like countless busy parents, she constantly felt too busy. She truly believed she simply didn't have enough spare time. Given all her demanding responsibilities of childcare and household management, her schedule felt perpetually full.
I can imagine. So what did she do?
Yes, but then Maria made a remarkably simple yet incredibly ingenious change. She didn't try to find more time in her already packed day because, as she realized, there wasn't any extra time to find.
Right, can't create more hours.
Instead, she consciously started using her existing time better. She began listening to English podcasts.
Hey?
Yeah. While she was engaged in her daily chores, like cooking dinner or cleaning the house, she transformed what used to be passive, unproductive moments into valuable, immersive learning opportunities.
Brilliant. Using that dead time we talk about.
Precisely. And the results are astonishing. In just 6 months of consistently applying the strategy, her English listening skills improved tremendously.
6 months just by listening during chores.
Maria's story sends an incredibly clear and empowering message. You don't necessarily need large blocks of dedicated time to achieve your goals. You just need to make incredibly good, intentional use of the time you already have by cleverly integrating learning into your existing routines.
Leverage every available minute. Love it. Okay, one more story.
One more. Let's talk about Daniel's digital detox and transformation. Daniel was someone who used to scroll aimlessly on his phone for hours and hours every single day.
Another scroller.
He would constantly lament, "I don't have time to learn," even though vast stretches of his day were quite literally disappearing into his screen, leaving him feeling drained and unproductive.
The irony.
Isn't it? Then Daniel did something truly smart and intentional. He implemented a direct, conscious swap. He replaced 30 minutes of that aimless scrolling with 30 minutes of reading engaging English stories.
A direct swap. Scroll time becomes read time.
Exactly. The source notes that it wasn't easy at first. The deeply ingrained habit of scrolling was incredibly strong and difficult to break. But he persisted with remarkable discipline. He felt the pull, but he chose his goal.
That takes willpower.
It does, and gradually that intentional swap became his new, positive, and deeply rewarding habit. The powerful result. He now feels a profound sense of pride and accomplishment from how he uses his time, and he is visibly learning and growing every single day, seeing tangible, undeniable progress in his English.
That's fantastic. These 3 powerful stories, Ollie's breakthrough, Maria's ingenuity, and Daniel's digital detox, they all illuminate one big, overarching, and profoundly inspiring lesson, don't they?
They really do.
Anyone can change their relationship with time. You don't need to be perfect to start. You just need to take one small, consistent step forward. It's about starting, not waiting for perfection.
Absolutely. They serve as powerful, living proof that consistent, small, intentional changes can lead to truly incredible transformations over time. If Ali, Maria, and Daniel can take conscious control of their time and begin to achieve their goals, then you, our listener, absolutely can too.
That's the hope.
Their experiences are a testament to the fact that you possess the power to shape your own future through the intentional use of your most valuable asset.
Before we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with a strong, lasting message, something powerful to carry with you as you go about your day and embark on your own journey of time mastery.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, maybe the ultimate implication of everything we've discussed today, is this fundamental truth. When you consciously control your time, you essentially gain profound control over your life itself.
Control your time, control your life.
It's not just about mere productivity. It's about genuine autonomy, purpose, and the ability to intentionally build the future you desire. This raises an incredibly important question for you, our dedicated listener. How will you use these powerful insights to consciously and actively build your future, starting right now, today?
That's the big question. Let's reiterate this crucial, liberating truth. Time is indeed like money, but with one critical distinction. Once you spend it, it's gone forever.
Gonna get it back.
You can't get it back no matter how much you might wish to. So the message is urgent, but it's also immensely empowering. Don't wait for some elusive perfect time to start. Start now.
Start now.
Every single minute you use well is a tangible step forward. A step toward better English, a step toward achieving your personal goals, a step toward building the life you truly, deeply want to live. It doesn't matter if you're busy right now. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes along the way, because mistakes are an indispensable part of learning and growth. What truly profoundly matters is that you try and that you keep going consistently every single day.
Keep going. You truly have the power within you. You have the time, the same 24 hours as everyone else. The profound choice is entirely yours to use it wisely and intentionally.
It's a choice.
It is. We strongly encourage you to tell yourself right now as a powerful commitment, today I will not waste time, today I will grow. This simple declaration can be an incredibly potent catalyst for change.
A daily affirmation.
Exactly. And remember, time spent on genuine rest and recovery is not wasted. It's an investment that recharges your energy and focus, allowing you to use your active time even more effectively.
Rest is productive too.
Good point. Because your future is not some distant, abstract concept that will magically appear. It is actively built with the precious time you choose to use today. So make a conscious choice to make every minute count.
And as you reflect on everything we've discussed in this deep dive, maybe take a moment to ask yourself, what is just one small, specific, actionable step you will commit to taking today to make your time truly count, starting right now? Just one small step. We deeply believe in your ability to apply these insights and make real, lasting changes in your life. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the invaluable, irreplaceable resource that is your time.
Thanks, everyone. Keep learning, keep growing, and don't waste your time.